Northwestern Wildcats in town, taking on Bo Pelini's Nebraska Cornhuskers. So glad to have you along for the ride for the NU Bowl, Northwestern and Nebraska, with my partner Chuck Long. I am Eric Collins. And now these two teams, they match up nicely. Chuck, each last two meetings, very close games.
2 years ago, it was decided by 3 points. Last year, it was decided by 1 point. With both teams needing a win today, Eric, this could be another close game today.
Common denominator, both positively and negatively in this series, has been the quarterback for Northwestern, Kain Coulter.
Well, Kain's completing 82% of his throws, and he's averaging over 45 yards on the ground. Look for Kain to be the quarterback most of the day, if not all the day, to keep the ball in his hands.
Coulter played so well here 2 years ago in Northwestern's win over the Cornhuskers. All right, no big news at the quarterback spot. We know that Taylor Martinez won't be a go for Nebraska. Instead, we're going to see the 4th career start for Tommy Armstrong.
He has a great future, and it's time to go back to Tommy. Taylor is hurt again, and in the two games that he was in there now, 2 or 3 games, they really moved the ball well, had good rhythm in their offense. Also look for Ron Kellogg to possibly get in the game today as well.
Let's break this down a bit further. Let's take a look at your principal financial group edge to the game.
Well, for Northwestern, it's very simple. On defense, you have to stop Ameer Abdullah. He is their do-everything, all-purpose back. For Nebraska is really hot right now. For Nebraska, offensively, get back to your balanced attack, meaning run the ball first. When they average over 200 yards rushing in a game, they are winning football games. Get back to your balanced attack for Nebraska.
All right, sometimes you come to Lincoln, Nebraska, the first weekend of November. It's a mixed bag weather-wise, but not today. 57 degrees, sunny skies, not a cloud up in the sky over Memorial Stadium. And enjoying this wonderful weather is the 3rd member of our broadcast crew in there somewhere, my man John Jansen. John.
Guys, the matchup I want you to keep an eye on is between Nebraska wide receiver Kenny Bell and that Northwestern secondary. Kenny Bell last week only had 3 catches for 45 yards, all of those in the first possession. They need more production out of him. That secondary of Northwestern, they've been able to produce 14 interceptions. Keep an eye on Ibrahim Campbell. He has 4 of those.
John, thank you so much. Well, there is Kenny Bell standing deep to get this opening kickoff. It's a matchup of 2 head coaches who have played defensively here in this conference. Of course, Pat Fitzgerald was legendary at Northwestern, while Bo Pelini, pretty darn good career as well. His days down in Columbus, Ohio with Ohio State. Take off into the south end zone. It'll be taken at the goal line. Ameer Abdullah, full head of steam. And Abdullah is brought down as he crosses the 20 at the 23-yard line. Now, number 4, Tommy Armstrong, redshirt freshman from just outside of San Antonio, getting ready to start for the 4th time now in his college career.
Really a bright young future for Tommy. Again, look for Ron Kellogg to get in the game as well. They started with Tommy, and they'll move to Ron as well as the game unfolds. Tommy will probably play most of the first quarter.
Well, in the backfield to begin the game for Nebraska, as per usual, Ameer Abdullah. He's the back. C.J. Zimmerer, the fullback in front of him. And it's going to be a quick pitch and catch, trying to get Kenny Bell started early. And Bell showing some nifty feet, has enough for a first down pickup. Nothing to say he went out of bounds before the line. It's a gain of 7. Chuck, who are your impact players when Nebraska has the ball?
We're seeing Nunwa is the leading receiver for Nebraska, big play receiver. You saw Kenny, the other big play receiver, on the first play. Ameer Abdullah, talked about him. He's their guy. And look for Chichi Araguzzo on Northwestern. He's going to be taxed all day long with this option game.
First carry from scrimmage for Abdullah. He pushes the pack forward enough to pick up a first down. So 2 plays. First down for Nebraska. Top of your screen, you can see the offensive starters zipping past for Nebraska. Cornhuskers averaging 270 yards per game on the ground. The 2 occasions when they have not had 200 yards in a game on the ground, well, they've lost both those games.
Simple math, Eric. Rush it over 200 yards today. Give yourself a chance to win the game.
Armstrong wants to throw. Moves up, has a man. Pass is caught. That's Inunwa. His first catch gets across the 50, out to the 40-yard line before he's tackled by Henry.
There he is, just on a little crossing route, Eric, all the way to the other side of the ball. That was great vision by Tommy Armstrong to roll to the right and find him all the way to the left side of the field. Nice play by Tommy with his vision.
Terrell Newby checks in now at one of the receiver spots. He goes on a speed sweep. This is Newby. He's got the ball. And that was sniffed out beautifully by the defensive starters for Northwestern. Nick Van Hoos and Damian Proby combined on that tackle.
You see Nebraska pacing it more with their up-tempo offense here. Something they didn't do last week. They want to do more of this week.
This is a keeper. Armstrong's got it. And Armstrong down inside the 25. He runs hard.
It's just a little reading the defensive end there. Defensive end expands. He keeps it underneath. That's something they did not do with Taylor Martinez enough last week.
Armstrong again, quick hitter. His pass is low and looks like it's picked up by Kenny Bell. His second reception, gain of just 4. Here's your Auto Owners Insurance starting defense for Northwestern. They have 14 interceptions as a team, and they've actually taken 4 of those interceptions back for touchdowns. Very opportunistic. Now the crowd gets real quiet. Into the red zone for the first time. Nebraska looking to cash in. Option left side. Armstrong keeps it a while. Fakes the pitch. Oh, wow. Inside the 10. Down to the 5. Ball comes loose late. No signal as of yet. The ball came loose late. It's still Nebraska football. It's a pickup of 14 yards.
There's that option element now that Tommy Armstrong brings to the table. That looks like he was down there. That they could not do as much with Taylor Martinez because of his injury.
Full house backfield now. Armstrong, very patient, to the pylon. Touchdown! This kid is a freshman, but he sure took his time. Wasn't in a hurry. Waited for the seam to open up and put 6 on the board for the Cornhuskers.
Just a great drive to open the game. A great mix of play calling by offensive coordinator Tim Beck, allowing that quarterback to run the ball, which I believe is a staple in their offense. It needs to happen in their offense today to win the game.
Second consecutive week in which Northwestern has allowed their opponent to score the very first time they've had the football. Pat Smith, the extra point. Tommy Armstrong. He was in a high full on this drive. Northwestern will have the ball when we come back. Well, after a loss a week ago, Nebraska had a tough week, but the sun is shining once again here at Memorial Stadium.
Here's a slide right into side play by Tommy Armstrong, whether to hand the ball or keep it himself. Easy read for him. Breaks to the outside with his less defenders. Nice drive, nice touchdown.
Spinning kickoff into the north end zone, and it will be a touchback. Northwestern will start on offense at the 25-yard line. Senior quarterback Kain Coulter, the numbers, 82% completion percentage. Doesn't really stretch the field with that arm of his, but he's very accurate tosser when he does decide to throw instead of run.
And throws well on the run too, but 82% is off the chart. Let's see if they throw a lot today.
Kain Coulter was offered a scholarship to play for Bo Pelini here in Nebraska. Was strongly considering it. Didn't know if he'd be able to play quarterback for the Cornhuskers. Has played quarterback for 4 years with the Wildcats. Good strong run on first down. Pickup of 8 yards. Take a look at the impact players when Northwestern has the ball.
Well, you got to go with Dan Vitale. He's their super back. You move him all over formation to help out with this offense.
Coulter throws the slant pass is incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Stephen Buckley, look for Stephen now, Eric. He had a nice game last week against Iowa, and then for Nebraska's Deontay Evans, he's going to play a lot of nickel and dime on the inside to cover and as a run stopper, a run defender.
Here comes the blitz nicely. Another flag down on the field. Catch is made. Christian Jones close to the marker. But there is a flag down on the field.
That was defensive offsides, Eric. Going to be a free play.
It appears they have enough for the 1st down. So if it is indeed against the defense, it'll probably be declined.
Offside. Defense, number 15. That penalty's declined. Play results in the 1st down.
Yeah, they call it on Michael Rose, making his first start as the Mike linebacker. That's a very important spot defensively for Nebraska.
It's very important because they haven't had great communication in some of their games, and now they have a new Mike linebacker, and he makes most of the communication calls. You see how it all plays out today.
Trying to get to the edge. Nice little run by Buckley. Buckley turns the corner. Out to midfield. Finally pushed out of bounds by Andrew Green. Auto Owners Insurance starters. Here on offense, we've got, well, he's got a couple of Joneses doing good things. Tony Jones and Christian Jones. And Vitale expect him to possibly even carry the football a couple of times this afternoon. Coulter. Nice gain on 1st down for the senior, tackled by Corey Cooper.
Just a little zone read there, Eric. Reading the defensive end. Kain Coulter takes it, reads it well, gets a nice gain, and gets down, gets his pads down before he takes that big hit.
There's your Auto Owners Insurance starting defense for Nebraska. They have 18 sacks on the year. That's the most in the Big Ten. Option right side, late toss out to Buckley, and he pays the price. Deontay Evans, you talked about him a moment ago, read that beautifully and forces a loss on the play.
He's a starting corner, Eric, but against a spread team like Northwestern, he's going to be on the inside as a nickel back, which is like an extra linebacker. He's very smart, and you got to be able to do a lot of things at that position, cover and play the run. Nice job by Deontay.
So it's a loss of 4, bringing up 3rd down and 6. Northwestern's already converted a 3rd and 8. Coulter in trouble, scoots out of trouble for a moment, still on his feet. Coulter, oh my! That'll be the best run of the year for him. He got a 1st down.
What a run by Kain Coulter. That's why you want the ball in his hands as much as you can, especially in those 3rd down situations, Eric. Got him out of the jam. As Coach Fitzgerald said to us the other day, he's playing like a man. This was a man run right here.
He ran about 30 yards to pick up 9. 1st down and 10. Buckley joins him in the backfield. They put Tim Hanrahan in motion. Fake the handoff. Coulter. Pass is complete. Easy pitching catch. This is Lawrence, his first grab of the day. And the big guys, 195 pounds on a 6'2 frame, gets inside the 30, down to the 28.
Kain Coulter's the perfect quarterback against this Nebraska pass rush. Leads the Big Ten in sacks. He can avoid those sacks, buy some extra time for his receivers to complete those passes.
Saw that great completion percentage. That was Dan Persa-esque from a couple of years ago. Trayvon Green now into the game in the backfield. They give it to Green. And he barrels out across the 25 down to the 23. Trayvon Green tackled by Andrew Green. Gain of 6.
Great mix of plays by offensive coordinator Mick McCall here for Northwestern.
And Northwestern's offense hasn't been up to speed last couple of weeks. They scored just 10 points in a game that went to overtime a week ago in Iowa. Coulter keeps it. Coulter into the secondary, down to the 7-yard line. Another tackle by Andrew Green, but a huge gain of 17 for the quarterback Coulter.
Well, Nebraska's had trouble stopping the run game in recent weeks, especially last week against Minnesota. Northwestern has seen that on tape, exploited it there, Eric. Little quarterback run game. How about Kain Coulter so far? Nebraska showing blitz here.
Draymond Green stays in the game in the backfield alongside Coulter. They have been really good and have the Wildcats in the red zone so far this year. Coulter keeps it. Coulter down to the 2-yard line. Michael Rose the tackle. That saved a touchdown, at least for the moment.
You mentioned red zone efficiency. Northwestern's number 2 in the country in efficiency down the red zone. Nice move by Kain, and he tucks the ball when he's on the inside with defenders on the inside. Well, he looks good on this drive.
And now Northwestern's going to be in that diamond formation. They move out of it. They move Hanrahan out to the edge, and they give it to the first man through. Draymond Green pushes the pile. No signal yet. Touchdown, Northwestern. Don't know why it took so long. Everyone, the entire pile, is into the end zone. And Northwestern answers the touchdown with a touchdown of their own.
And that's the physical part that Bo Pelini, the head coach of Nebraska, wants to improve on in his Nebraska team. And that was just Northwestern pushing them right off the ball. You see, everybody's too high on defense for Nebraska. They got to get lower.
Jeff Budzine has never missed an extra point. He's now 129 for 129. What offense here in this first quarter. Draymond Green, a touchdown, moving the pile, and we're tied at 7. Shortish kickoff. It's returnable starting at the 6-yard line. This is Alonzo Moore. That's Ameer Abdullah who gets out to the 20-yard line. Kenny Bell and Kain Coulter, they have a friendship that dates back to their days growing up in Colorado. That will be featured this week. Two real big-time athletes on both sides for Nebraska and Northwestern, and Bell and Coulter. Strong force right there on the corner, Nick Van Hoos. That means it's a nominal gain. Tommy Armstrong completing the pass, but not for much. Let's take a look at the quarterback comparison through one drive for the signal callers.
Two great scoring drives. Nebraska took it down. Obviously, Northwestern with a great answer. And it was all around their quarterback play on both sides, on both teams.
Terrell Newby, the freshman from L.A. He is the I-back, and this is Newby. Runs into his own man. And he's down as he gets to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 3, and into Mike Mowdy.
There's that fly sweep series that Minnesota was so effective last week. Everybody's doing that right now. It's tough to defend because it expands the defender out of the box. That's the decoy, the fly sweep man. They give it to him right up the gut. Look for a lot of that today.
3rd down and 6. Sam Birch checks in at one of the receiver spots. He wears number 9 for Nebraska. Option right side, late pitch. Not much going on at all. That was really doomed from the outgo. Holland Ellis makes the tackle after a gain of 1.
You always see good defensive play when you see 8 or 9 guys in the picture, in the screen, on TV or on film. Little option play against the Northwestern's man coverage, but you have a bunch of Northwestern defenders right there on it. Running to the ball very well right now defensively for Northwestern.
So the first punt for either side, Sam Foltz comes on. 3rd in the conference, 42 yards per punt. Tony Jones back deep for Northwestern. Real good kick, high spiral. Jones lets it bounce at the 22, and it actually takes a Wildcat bounce. It's down at the 25. But a punt of 49 yards, no return. 4:45 remaining first quarter. Coulter fakes the sweep. Instead, little pitch and catch, getting his man out in space. That's a nice gain out across the 40. Corey Cooper makes the tackle, but it's a pickup of 17 yards for Northwestern.
Offensive coordinator Mick McCall's shown everything so far. Drop back, option game, Coulter in their quarterback run game, and now a little bootleg with Kain. So he is an extra running back, even though he's taking the snap as a quarterback.
Okay, so after the first down catch and run by Buckley, it's first down and 10. Northwestern's second possession. Coulter keeps it. And he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage by Michael Rose. Good, sure tackle for the redshirt freshman from Kansas City.
And they're really high on Michael Rose. Again, his first start as a Mike linebacker as a freshman. Nice job there.
Coulter escapes the pocket. Those great feet of his. He's got the first down and finally goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Chuck, I'm looking at this defensive alignment right now for Nebraska. They seem to have guys just floating all over the place defensively. I know a guy considered to be a tight end or a defensive end in Randy Gregory, number 44. He looks like he's playing as a stand-up middle linebacker now almost.
They're trying to mix it up on Kain Coulter.
Straight through. This is Green. He's got a chance. Trayvon Green down to the 6-yard line. Wow, Nebraska stunned right now. 39 yards for Trayvon Green.
Huge hole up the middle. Looks like Nebraska just got out of their gaps. They got out of them right down the middle. Mike linebacker was nowhere to be found. That's what happens sometimes, Eric, when you move guys around a lot. You take a chance of missing a gap.
Now Hanrahan comes in to join Green and Coulter in the backfield. This is Green. Lowers the head, gets down to the 3-yard line.
Good stop by Nebraska there after a big gain. That's what you look for. See if your defense can grow a little bit. This is where Nebraska's had trouble. They had trouble against Minnesota last week in this area.
So it's second down and goal. 2 tight end formation. Coulter tries right side. Late pitch. Easy touchdown. Trayvon Green, his second of the quarter.
Just an option off the edge out of their diamond formation. The beauty of the diamond, Eric, is it balances your defense up, and you have no idea which way it's going. So you cannot blitz it. You can't overload a formation. You have to stay balanced on defense. Northwestern took advantage of that with a nice option off the edge.
Northwestern played an overtime game a week ago against Iowa, scored 10 total points. They've already got 14 against Nebraska. We haven't even played a quarter yet. So Trayvon Green now has 7 touchdowns on the year, 2 already this quarter. And it's a 14-7 lead for Northwestern.
They've come out to play on the road, Eric. It's going to be one of those games.
On the return, Alonzo Moore with the chance. Full head of steam from Moore, brought down rudely at the 27-yard line. Quarterback keeper, Armstrong. A real short gain on first down. Pushed out of bounds by Tyler Scott. When do we expect to see Ron Kellogg?
Usually in the second quarter, maybe right before the end of the first quarter. Tommy's in a nice rhythm right now. They want to keep him in.
And blitz was on, and it's done to perfection. Real nice penetration, and the sack, Chance Carter. He's actually a local kid from Evanston, Illinois. That's a loss of 11.
I think there was a mix-up in protection there, Eric. It's just a straight 4-man rush. Should have been picked up.
Yeah, Northwestern was showing blitz off the edge. It actually didn't come.
Just missed communication by the Nebraska offensive line there. Again, something that Bo Pelini has talked about repeatedly with this football team is communication.
Armstrong, his pass is caught by the tight end, Ethan Carter. Now it's dropped. No catch. He juggled it, bobbled it, thought he pulled it in for a moment, but it's incomplete. It'll bring up third down.
When you throw to tight ends, Eric, you have to be on the money. They're not real good about making those tough catches behind or in front. You have to be spot on, right on the money when you throw to tight ends.
Ameer Abdullah has gone over 1,000 yards. Second time in his career he's done that. Wow! What a play! Beautiful pass, even better catch by Anunwa. That's going to be a first down for Nebraska. How did Armstrong fit it into that tight little window?
Well, that was tight cover 2 coverage. They had a rolled corner and a safety over the top. So they had a man and a half. That's a dangerous throw, but that's a great play by Anunwa. Look how strong he is at the point. Catch point. Nice job. Great concentration.
2 third-down conversions on this drive. Final ticks of the first quarter.
A lot of different formations they're showing.
They give it to Abdullah. And he skips over the line of scrimmage down to the 31-yard line. That's the final play of the opening quarter. They've had fireworks for both sides. Northwestern, a couple of touchdowns by Trayvon Green. And Nebraska, well, they've got a touchdown of their own, and they're driving for another one to answer. It is a 14-7 lead for Northwestern after 1 period of play. Start of the second quarter here at Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska. With Chuck Long and John Jansen, I'm Eric Collins. 14-7, Northwestern lead. Kellogg wants to throw again. His third consecutive pass is picked off. Northwestern's got the football. This is Araguzzo. Araguzzo now with 4 interceptions on the year. When they're looking for a big play defensively, he usually delivers.
Defensive coordinator Mike Hankwitz for Northwestern said he has the best hands on the team. They ought to put him at wide receiver. He has great hands. You can see it here, Eric. Just read a slant pattern by Nebraska. Just read it perfectly. I'm surprised that they came out, Nebraska came out throwing 3 in a row right there. When you have a guy like Abdullah in the backfield, especially a new quarterback coming in.
And now Northwestern going to try a new quarterback. Trevor Siemian replaces Coulter. Siemian had been getting a ton of playing time, but only 7 snaps a week ago against Iowa. His first throw is caught. Vitale with the catch down to the 10-yard line.
Now Northwestern's been used to playing 2 quarterbacks in their system for a long time. Just a great little throw down the sideline by Siemian. You wonder if they just want to give Coulter a little rest. He's been running around.
So into the red zone for the 3rd time today. Green spins out of a tackle. Green's got a chance. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Just a missed tackle by Nebraska. It's been their nemesis all year. Our missed tackles. They had a guy right on the edge for him. They had the right defensive call. Just have to execute and make the tackle, make the play. That was a great second effort run by Green.
3 touchdowns off the bench for Trayvon Green.
Nice power running by Green there. Good backs will break the tackle, Eric.
Extra point hammered home by Bud Zine. It's been a real nice 10 minutes and 49 seconds of game time for Green. He's got 3 touchdowns in that window. It's a 21-7 lead for Northwestern. Surprisingly, Northwestern's got a 21-7 lead here in this second quarter. Trayvon Green has got 3 touchdowns. Wow.
Armstrong just late on the slant throw. He's got to be able to see that inside linebacker. That's the quarterback's job, to see him. Here's the touchdown by Green, and Cooper just needs to make the play on the edge. Great spin move by Green and power running to break through that tackle.
It'll be interesting to see who's the quarterback right now for Nebraska. You just saw that drive with Ron Kellogg III. Resulted in the interception. You bring back the redshirt freshman Armstrong. Alonzo Moore starts from the 3-yard line. Moore zigzags across the 20. He's met there at the 22 and brought down. They start this drive on the ground. Armstrong keeps it out to the 29-yard line. Araguzzo jumps on his back. Decent gain on first down. In this quarter alone, the Huskers, they've missed a field goal and had an interception that directly led to a touchdown for Northwestern.
Well, Northwestern's taken full advantage of being on the road. Any miscue by Nebraska, they're taking advantage of it, which you have to do on the road.
Abdullah in trouble. Able to get to the corner. And Abdullah out close to the marker to bring up third down and short. Campbell pushed him out of bounds.
We've seen a lot of players today, Eric, making plays on their own. There was nothing there for Ameer Abdullah, and he just made something on his own. We're seeing a number of runs like that today on both sides of the football. Just a simple slant or a simple off-tackle play, and he's just making some yards on his own.
Third down, option right side. Armstrong pitches it out. Abdullah has to make his man miss, and he does. Good job of open field running by Abdullah. He gets 4 and the first down.
Frustrating for a defensive coordinator when you have everything covered. You have the option covered, you have the quarterback covered, you have the pitch man covered, and you still can't make the play. Great job by Ameer Abdullah, special back.
Abdullah's already gone over 1,000 yards on the season with a nice run in the first quarter. Western Campus second catch and another big gainer. Pickup of 16 yards. Western Campus, a Chicagoland kid, went to Montini Catholic, was significantly recruited by Northwestern. They didn't get him.
Going fast. Coach Tim Beck says he has the best hands on the football team.
So Nebraska's crossed midfield once again. Armstrong fakes the pitch. Weaves his way down to the 44-yard line before Damian Proby makes the tackle. Good gain on first down.
That looked like Turner Gill, the legendary quarterback here at Nebraska. He did a great job. He always did a great job of getting to his pitch man and faking it and then ducking inside for yardage. Maybe Tommy's been watching some old Turner Gill film.
Amani Cross now into the game, number 32 for Nebraska. He goes in motion left side, and they're going to option that way. Again, quarterback keeps it, and Armstrong has the first down. One of the things the coaching staff really likes about Armstrong is he's got size. He's 220 pounds.
Like an extra running back, almost like a fullback type player, but very strong. Northwestern is taking away the pitch man and making the quarterback run. A lot of defenses will do that against an option team. Make the quarterback run, so he takes those hits.
43 rushing yards for Armstrong. This time he gives it to Cross, who is spun down at the 34-yard line by one of the captains for Northwestern, Tyler Scott.
That was a nice play call by Tim Beck, just to give Tommy Armstrong a little breather, not running him again with the option game.
There's Mike Hankwitz. His defenses have had some issues in years past, but this year, better, much improved defensively are the Wildcats. Armstrong wants to throw, has a man. Western can't caught it. Oh my! Took a vicious hit, but he hangs on down to the 10.
Just a little wheel route by Western Camp down the sideline. Wheel meaning an out and up. This is your option pass here, Eric, off the option game. Great throw. Pinpoint accuracy right now with Tommy Armstrong. And Western Camp with a nice catch.
All the way down to the 10-yard line. First down and goal. Armstrong pitches it out. Abdullah to the 5. Nick Van Hoos has been hitting everything that's moving. He knocks him out of bounds. It'll bring up second down and goal.
Nebraska's attacking the edge, Eric. They're seeing that edge of the defense not there.
Second and goal. Armstrong looking for something. It's going to bring up third down. All right, Chuck, with the personnel on the field right now for Nebraska, what would be a good option for them here on 3rd down and goal from the 3?
Well, the option game. Listen, they've been really good with the option game all over the field. They're really taking advantage of some of Northwestern's man coverage. They got everybody spread out now.
Abdullah in the backfield alongside Armstrong. Wants to throw. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Quincy Enunwa. We were thinking option. So is the Northwestern defense. Easy pitch and catch. Touchdown for the Cornhuskers.
Just a little rub play with the 2 outside wide receivers for Nebraska, with Enunwa going right behind him on a little wheel route, wide open.
Pat Smith's extra point is good. The touchdown maker, Quincy Enunwa, now has 8 receiving touchdowns on the year. We've got a game. 7-point lead, Northwestern. Northwestern trying to regroup. They just gave up a touchdown. Nice drive for the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Just a double slant on the outside with the Enunwa coming on a wheel route against the man coverage of Northwestern. That safety has a long way to go. Can't get through all the trash. Easy touchdown.
5th catch on the afternoon for Enunwa. He now has 8 touchdowns on the year. Kickoff into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line.
It'll be interesting here, Eric, to see what Northwestern does with the football going to halftime. They have the lead. You always want to go into halftime with the lead. Let's see. They have Simeon now for a 2-minute drill.
Trevor Simeon, his only other time on the field. Series resulting in a touchdown. Incomplete pass. Trying to get it to Kain Coulter. Incomplete. 2nd down.
Here's what you don't want. Good throw. You got Kain out there now playing wide receiver, but you don't want the drop or incomplete pass here because the clock stops. Let's see if they go to a run here just to move the clock a little bit. Again, they have the lead. The cardinal rule is always go into halftime with the lead if you have it, especially on the road.
Well, Nebraska's only got 1 timeout if they wanted to use it. Green makes the first man miss. Trayvon Green has the 1st down out to the 37-yard line. Special first half for Green.
Now you can move. Now you can go in your 2-minute drill. You got your 1st down. You got it off a run game. The clock's going to move. Plenty of time. Get in your 2-minute drill right now with that gain.
Simeon's pass incomplete. Trying to get it to Mike McHugh. Freshman out of Kirkwood, Missouri, getting playing time.
That would have been a 2-3 yard gain anyway, Eric. It's probably good he dropped the ball. Save a little time for your 2-minute drill.
I've been watching this defense for Nebraska. Last couple of possessions, haven't seen much at all of Michael Rose at the linebacker spot. Instead, number 52, Josh Banderas.
Empty formation. This is where Nebraska has put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks in this situation with their 4-man rush.
Play clock down to 1. They get it off. Almost picked and gone the other way. Stanley Jean-Baptiste almost had an interception.
Never throw the flat pass behind a wide receiver. One of the first things I learned as a quarterback. Don't throw it behind, which he did, because those are dangerous. Interesting call here, Eric, on 3rd and long with 1:18 to go with a lead. You want to get some clock, use some clock as much as you can. Get that thing rolling. Don't give Nebraska a lot of time on the clock. Here comes the blitz.
And it's a run. Simeon stumbles forward, loses the ball late. They're going to say he's down.
He's down.
He was down at the 41. The ball just came spilling out really late. It'll bring up 4th down. But because of the run, the clock continues to move. Nebraska has the option of calling a timeout.
which will eat up their timeouts. But that was a good call, just a running play to get the clock moving with only 1:10 to go.
Westerkamp lets it bounce, and it's down at the 23-yard line. Armstrong's just going to take a knee. That'll be the final play of our first half. Both sides, they use all 3 of their timeouts in the first 30 minutes. And it is a 7-point lead for Northwestern as they head into the locker room. 21-14 is our score. It's been a well-played game. Should have an exciting second half. Stay tuned. Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report. Dave, Jerry, and Howard are coming up next. Northwestern up by 7. 30 minutes in the books, and the visitors, Northwestern, on top of the homestanding Nebraska Cornhuskers, 21-14. Northwestern's going to get the ball first to begin this third quarter of play. With Chuck Long and John Jansen, I'm Eric Collins. And Chuck, let's revisit some of the keys to this game that you mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast.
Well, for Northwestern to stop Abdullah, which they've done a pretty good job. They've held him to 3.3 average, only 40 yards in the first half. So if they keep it up, they'll keep them under 100. But we still got a half to play. And, of course, for Nebraska, to balance attack. Now, they play calling-wise, they've been balanced, but they have to get more production out of their rush game when they call the runs.
Let's go down to the field and check in with John Jansen. John.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk with Coach Fitzgerald right before halftime. He said they need to do a better job of reading the quarterback and playing off him on defense. And Coach Pelini said we were probably not going to see Kenny Bell here in the second half.
Thank you, John. That is big. Kenny Bell played that first possession, had a couple of catches, looked like he may be a factor, and then was just a bystander on the sideline.
That's a big blow for the Nebraska offense. Just when you get used to him as a wide receiver for Tommy Armstrong, you have to get used to another guy. That's hard to do in the course of a game when you haven't been in there as a starting quarterback that long. That's a big blow to the Nebraska offense.
For Northwestern, we are told that Nick Van Hoos is done for the day. He went back into the locker room after a hard hit in that second quarter. Kickoff into the end zone. Touchback. Ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. Take a look at our Quicken Loans quarterback comparison.
Well, they've both been solid, really moving the ball and done a nice job managing the offense. Both are good runners, and they've used that today to their advantage.
And Kain Coulter has run 10 times for 49 yards with a long of 17. We actually have seen backup quarterbacks for both sides. Trevor Simeon was in for a scoring series for Northwestern, and Rod Kellogg was in for a couple of series for Nebraska through an interception. Coulter keeps it, and the senior from Denver lunges forward close to the 30.
He is such a workhorse, man. He takes a number of hits during the course of the game, gets right back up. I know he's probably sore after games, but he's not one to just go down. Being an extra running back on the field, tough kid.
Blitz comes off the edge. Coulter goes down. Kain Coulter, the safety from Chicago, comes on the blitz and makes the sack.
Where Kain Coulter made the mistake earlier on the goal line, he corrected himself, stayed on the outside more. We're going to let Kain Coulter break contain on him. Nice tackle, though, because Coulter is quick. Very nice play by Cooper.
Cooper from Maywood, Illinois, just west of the city, went to Proviso East High School. Third down and 14.
Man coverage by Nebraska.
Coulter dumps it off. Green out of the backfield. And Green gets out to the 30, but not anywhere close to the first down marker. Pushed out of bounds by Leroy Alexander. It'll be a 3 and out for Coulter and the Northwestern offense.
Yeah, that's a plus for the Nebraska defense coming out at halftime. Did not do well in the first half, stopping Northwestern. Always want to start the second half with a 3 and out. if you can defensively, and they got it done.
Brandon Williams, 4 punts for an average of 34 yards in the first half. Jordan Westerkamp back deep. Returnable kick. No, he's going to fair catch at the 28-yard line.
Nice punt.
44 yards, no return. Tommy Armstrong Jr. once again will be the quarterback out of the shotgun. Play action, pass complete, third catch of the day, second of this second half for Alonzo Moore. Northwestern still playing without Nick Van Hoos at one of their corners, so it's been Matt Harris, the true freshman, and Dwight White, the redshirt freshman, at the quarterback spots.
You have a young quarterback, try to get to the single receiver in the passing game as much as you can, which they just did. It's a lot easier for a young quarterback to do that.
Armstrong thought about handing it off to Abdullah, kept it, and then pays the price for that decision. Tyler Scott, senior captain, gets him for a loss of 5.
And Tyler, 30 tackles, 8 tackles for losses, and 5 sacks coming into this game. He's been a force for Northwestern.
Second down. Pass complete. Inunwa still on his feet to make this a third down and manageable. Ball gets ripped away, but he was down. Forward progress at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 10.
Getting back to a movement pass, moving Tommy Armstrong out of the pocket a little bit on a little half roll with a little stop route on the outside. Very safe throws. Here they are trying to rip it out, and that's hey, first man tackles, second man rips. And that's what they're taught defensively, and they got it out.
Third down and 5.
Man coverage, straight up man coverage. DB's right on the nose of the receivers right now for Northwestern.
Armstrong floats it up for Birch, and that I didn't have much of a chance at all.
When you talk to offensive coordinator Tim Beck, those are spot throws. Those little corner routes, you throw to a spot and trust that the receiver will get there.
This is going to be the 10th punt in the last 2 quarters of play. This game has ground to a halt.
A little sloppy on both sides right now. A lot of that is youth, though, Eric.
Mike McHugh back deep for Northwestern. High spiraling kick, fair catch called for and made at the 13. Dangerous play by McHugh. Trevor Simeon in at quarterback. He hands it off. Trayvon Green. Good run. Out close to the 30-yard line. Finally tackled by Andrew Green. Pickup of 15.
You got to love Green today, Eric. He is really making it happen. A great hole by the offensive line, and then he made the next defender miss. He's really, talk about rhythm right now. Running backs need to get into rhythm too, and he's in rhythm today. Nice run by Green.
Third 100-yard day this year. Simeon's pass out in space, caught, but immediately dropped by Ciante Evans. Good tackle by Evans.
This is why that position's so vital, and he's shedding a blocker, and then he makes the tackle on a bubble screen. That is very difficult to do. Great play by Ciante Evans.
Northwestern playing with a new left tackle, Shane Mertz in, replacing Jack Konopka. Konopka is questionable as to whether or not he can return. Second down and 11, picked off! Gonna be a touchdown! It is Avery Moss for 6! A critical error for Trevor Simeon and Northwestern. We're pulling away from being tied.
Just a great play by Moss, though, Eric. Not much you can do as a quarterback here. You see a guy open, you throw it. He just made a great play. Moss just made a great play with great hands. It's up to that offensive tackle on the right to get his hands down on the block.
That was old school. A number 94 defensively scores the touchdown. A number 94 on special teams with the extra point in Pat Smith. And we're tied at 21.
Yep. The offensive tackle to the right, he's in charge of cut blocking or getting the hands down of the defensive lineman on quick throws. Again, the quarterback's trusting him to do that, and when it doesn't happen, you'll see the tackle here on your left-hand side. He's trying to cut, but he didn't get him down. And when you don't get him down, this is what happens.
Harris is going to bring it out of the end zone. That was a mistake. Freshman, instead of having the ball at the 25-yard line on the touchback, instead gets the ball out to the 18-yard line. First down and 10. Vitale in motion in front of Coulter. Wraparound handoff to Green. Great spin move. Trayvon Green out across the 50. This kid has been terrific this afternoon.
That was a great play and great vision by Trayvon Green. Nebraska had a full blitz on that side. It was unblocked blitz, and Green made a miss.
Coulter designed rollout right side. Throws on the run. Incomplete. Looking for Vitale. If you're just joining us, Trayvon Green really the only option as a tailback for Northwestern. Stephen Buckley was injured in the first quarter. Has not returned. But the ground game has been really good so far because of the way that Green has stepped up.
Yeah, and he stepped up nice. You can see they've only had they're 0 for in this half basically on third down. They haven't had a third down conversion in a while. But they are doing a nice job with Green and Coulter both in their game plan.
It'll bring up a third down for Northwestern.
Here's where Northwestern struggled as of late on third down. And they're getting close to 4-down territory.
They're going to bring in Trevor Simeon here for this third down and 7. So a new quarterback comes in for the Wildcats. Blitz is on. Pass is caught, but it was bobbled. I don't think this is going to be enough for a first down. Cameron Dickerson looked like he had enough ground for the first down, but when he bobbled it, by the time he corralled the football, he was behind the sticks. So it's going to be short.
I think the route did not get past the sticks well enough. You have to get 2 yards past the sticks, Eric, to be sure. So if you have a 5-yard route, and sometimes you have to take a 5-yard route and go to 7.
So the punt unit on once again for Northwestern. Williams. Another fair catch called for by Westerkamp, but he makes it staggering at the 13-yard line. Still Tommy Armstrong Jr. at the quarterback spot. Haven't seen Ron Kellogg here in the second half. Abdullah out in space. Still on his feet. Out to the 24-yard line. Campbell with the stop, but a gain of 11.
There's your workhorse, Abdullah. You have to get him in the rhythm of this game, going out of this game right now. He hasn't really been in rhythm yet.
Mark Polini still in the game as the center. Junior from Youngstown, Ohio. Working on a shotgun snap to Armstrong. First down and 10. They're going to feature Abdullah into the secondary again. Campbell with the tackle, but out to the 40-yard line for Abdullah. 15 more yards.
Simple stretch play that everybody runs over the left side, creating some space in that defensive line. That was all offensive line right there for Nebraska, opening that hole.
Now Abdullah going to get a blow after 26 yards his last 2 carries. Cross is the tailback, and Cross has got the ball. Lunging forward to the 45.
Haven't seen much of Cross, but he is their leading scorer. He has 9 touchdowns on the year.
John, you notice anything up in that pit there for Nebraska?
Yeah, right now they're getting great movement up front because they're meshing well on their combination blocks. They're getting hip to hip, getting moving on that down lineman before they get off to those linebackers.
Pass is complete. Moore has been featured quite a bit this afternoon with Kenny Bell sideline. That's a gain of 9.
To John's point, Polini, the center, is doing a nice job getting the calls right, getting the blocking schemes right, and they're meshing well together. Nice throw by Tommy off his back foot with pressure in his face.
Under a minute left to play here in this third quarter. Cross. A hard time getting started there. Leans forward, a gain of 2. Araguzzo staying with him and brings him down. Jenner growing up in Colorado. Sam Birch with that catch. 6 seconds remain in the third quarter. Nebraska getting their offense in chunks right now.
I like the play calling from offensive coordinator Tim Beck right now. He's keeping things simple for Tommy Armstrong. Just a little roll out, quick out.
Well, that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Nebraska, they get an interception for a touchdown to tie this game at 21. Kain Coulter, Kenny Bell, 2 childhood friends who will come on top when quarter number 4 starts. 21-21. Northwestern and Nebraska. 331st consecutive sellout here in Lincoln. First down and 10. Armstrong out of the gun. Fakes to Abdullah. Quick hitter. Passing complete. Looking for more. Andy Janovich in as the fullback in this formation. Armstrong wants a bunch. Looking deep. And Nunwa can't make the play. Knocked away. Campbell and Harris on the coverage.
That was well played. Good coverage for Northwestern against Nunwa, who's a big-time, big-play receiver for Nebraska. Good play call. Just throw it up to your big man. See if you can make a play. Now, one thing Nunwa should have done there is get way up with his hands. He's waiting for the ball. He needs to get his hands up high and catch the ball at his highest point. That's just a fundamental error on his part.
Matthew Harris getting some experience as a true freshman. That is rare for a Northwestern defender over the years. Third down and 20. Cornhuskers just trying to get something back. Armstrong throws into a crowd. It's intercepted. Intercepted. Northwestern football at the 20. Colin Ellis with the interception, his 3rd of the year.
Tommy with a drop and roll against the pressure. You have so many bodies down in there. I always tell quarterbacks this: if you can run as far as you can throw it, run the football. He had grass in front of them. He could have made the same amount of yards just by running as he would have by that completion.
Trayvon Green in the game as the tailback. He's next to Coulter. Coulter can't find anyone open. Takes it himself. Still on his feet out to the 32. He was tripped up. He had a ton of green in front of him.
He sure did, Eric. He had a lot of green in front of him. They're lucky they tripped him up. Great play by Kain Coulter. Put the ball in his hand. He'll do this for you. That's a good job by holding on to the ball, because that Nebraska defender almost stripped it out coming from behind. You don't often see those guys.
Now Simeon is your quarterback. Nobody open. Simeon's going to run. Does his Kain Coulter impersonation and picks up 9 yards. Let's go. Coulter back in at quarterback. 2nd and 1. Keeps it himself. That may have been a busted play. He looked to his right. Nobody was there.
Well, he's looking for the bubble screen outside, but Nebraska was in tight man coverage. So it was a good decision by Kain not to throw it out there. Oh, the backfield. There was a mix-up in the backfield. Good job by Kain. When you teach a quarterback, when the running back goes the wrong way, you become the running back. Just follow the hole. Just know where your hole is and go in the hole. Good job by Kain there.
Coulter getting an equipment fix. He's replaced by Simeon.
Man coverage by Nebraska.
Simeon goes down. Avery Moss continues his big day.
Another blitz has really hurt this Northwestern offense. Coming off the edge, the same edge blitz. Just missed protection there. Didn't slide enough with the protection up front to pick up all those. They probably had to slide to the left instead of sliding to the right.
Simeon to throw on 2nd and 20. Pocket collapses. Throws it up for grabs. Incomplete. A flag is down right where Simeon is standing.
Call a hold. It didn't look like a quarterback hit or anything.
Holding.
I think Pat Fitzgerald wanted a face mask.
Penalties decline. Goes up 3rd down.
Pat Fitzgerald wanted a face mask.
Wanted a face mask. That's what. Yeah.
Okay, so Nebraska, they declined the penalty. Goodness.
If you wanted one there. Now, they declined because it's 3rd and long. You have a 3rd and extra long here.
Northwestern 0 for their last 10, converting 3rd downs, and this one won't be easy. 3rd and 20.
That's why you decline it.
Simeon. Incomplete.
That was Simeon right there. He had a man open. Good scheme, good pass scheme there. And he just needs to get that ball down. His elbow's not high enough. Get the elbow up. Keep your shoulders taller when you throw a football down the field. He was down too low in his stance and his elbow dropped. That's why that ball sailed.
Brandon Williams to boot it away. Another fair catch called for. Ooh, dangerous play for Westerkamp.
Punters have done a great job today placing the football.
45-yard punt, no return. 3:16 left to play in regulation.
Wow.
They say he's got great hands.
Best hands on the team.
But he made that a little bit more difficult than it needed to be. These two teams always play close games.
3 points 2 years ago, a point last year.
Last year, Taylor Martinez and Nebraska, they overcame their largest fourth-quarter deficit to win in program history. They're down by 12 in the fourth quarter, and they still won it in Evanston. Now, without Taylor Martinez, trying to work with Tommy Armstrong to get this done. Armstrong's first down run is productive. That'll bring up 2nd down and short. We have 3 minutes left to play.
Good job by Tommy, just getting down and protecting himself a little bit.
They give it to Abdullah. He's got the first down. What should be the tempo for this offense right now for Nebraska?
Well, you still have a lot of time left, so you don't have to get in such a hurry. I would call it medium tempo. Not too slow, but you don't have to go super fast either. And there's different types of tempo. Usually teams have 3 different types. Use that middle tempo.
Armstrong wants to throw. Receiver wasn't looking, and Armstrong is down. Oh, he took a hit from Araguzzo.
This has been a well-played defensive game. Eric, not a lot of big plays. Both teams have been giving up big plays. Not today so far. Good job of staying off the quarterback and not getting a penalty there by Araguzzo. Smart play.
His obvious passing downs haven't been positive for Nebraska. Armstrong throws an interception. Northwestern's got the football. Scott inside the 10, down to the 8.
Wow.
The 4th interception thrown by Nebraska.
Yeah, he just had to short arm it a little bit. He didn't have total vision.
Timeout for injured player.
Got rid of it a little too quicker than he probably wanted to because of the pressure. Life of a quarterback's not easy, Eric, when you have games like this.
They've got it first down and goal from the 7.
You play smart. You like to use some clock here and run the ball. You know you have 3 in your back pocket. Don't make major mistakes down here.
Coulter spun down at the 1. You might as well let this guy score, right?
You almost want to when you're Nebraska, is let him score and give yourself some time on the clock.
Timeout for injured player.
So this is going to take the game clock down to about 1:30.
These are tough decisions for Nebraska. Just try and rise up on a goal line stand. They can use their time, but can't, you know, with Nebraska's 2 timeouts, though, they're going to have to get it in. That's the only difference there is they have 2 timeouts. So they can, you know, take a knee and they can stop the clock with plenty of time left. So when you're Northwestern right now, Eric, you got to try to punch it in.
Green stopped at the 2. And now a timeout called by the Cornhuskers.
Now this is playing right. This is what Nebraska wants. Playing it right in Nebraska's hands. Okay. Use the timeout.
Charge timeout.
Just
Nebraska.
in case we can get a goal line stand here.
Coulter's got it. And Coulter spun down by Gregory. It'll bring up 4th down.
Nice defensive goal line stand there after that big play down to the near the goal line by Kain 2 plays earlier. That's a nice job. They have both edges secured. Nebraska, they're patient on the corner, didn't bite. That was a naked bootleg all the way. No one's going to go out for a pass there. That was Coulter on a fake, trying to fool everybody and get to the outside, but it didn't work.
Long snappers Pat Hickey. The holders, the punter Brandon Williams. And Jeff Budzine, 13 out of 15 on the year. Kind of a tough angle on that deep right hash. Not a long kick, just a 21-yarder. And he got it.
Wow.
That was not a pretty thing, but it goes through.
That was tight. Now you have some time for Nebraska. You'll have a minute 20, but we don't have any timeouts. Do you start thinking about putting Ron Kellogg in the game? He's the better thrower, and they need to throw the football right now.
And now how big does that missed field goal in the first half by Nebraska loom? It was a 48-yarder that actually hit the right upright. 2 inches to the left, and it'd be a 24-24 tie right now.
In games like this, Eric, they always add up. Those missed opportunities. But there's been a lot of those in the course of the game for both teams.
Ameer Abdullah back deep to receive this kickoff. So glad you could join us. If you just are watching the Indiana-Minnesota game, we've got a good one here. 1:20 left to play. 24-21 Northwestern lead. And Enunwa's going to bring it out of the end zone. And Enunwa not able to get to the 20. Maybe not a great decision. It takes time off the clock, and he loses yardage. Would have been at the 25 with a touchback.
Not a good decision there.
Now, if you're just joining us, this was the 21-yard field goal by Jeff Budzine a moment ago.
Ooh.
A 21-yard field goal breaking a 21-21 tie. And Northwestern leading by 3.
See if we get Kellogg in the game here after Tommy's thrown some interceptions.
It is indeed Ron Kellogg III in the shotgun formation. Trying to become a hero on a Saturday afternoon. Quick pitch and catch. Abdullah out of the backfield. That'll stop the clock temporarily because of the first down. Nebraska, they don't have any timeouts remaining.
Good check down. Mini timeout when you get the first down. Still time. Plenty of time. Good.
Another check down. This time Abdullah is going to run out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
Good check down. Stops the clock. Think boundary routes here. But if you're Northwestern, you want to play cover 2. 2 deep safeties with the corners rolled up to take away those boundary routes. You have 2 deep safety right now.
Kellogg throws low and behind the intended receiver, Alonzo Moore. Nebraska trying to rally here, playing without Kenny Bell, one of the better receivers in the conference, leaving the game in the first half with an injury.
Throw it away. Get rid of the football. You have 4 downs here. Northwestern playing a soft cover 4. Trying to protect that boundary.
Kellogg goes down, spun down in the backfield for a significant loss. Max Chapman got him.
Gotta go now, gotta go. No timeouts.
It is 4th down now.
Now you gotta get your wits about you. Here's a nice sack. Just misblocked it up front. Get your wits about you. You gotta get past you gotta get 16 yards here.
4th and 15. Kellogg's gonna have to make a play. And his pass complete, but that's gonna be 1st down. What effort? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
16 yards. And the game continues for Nebraska. Timeout with 21 seconds left for a moment.
Clock it. You got to clock it right here.
And they get it off quickly. Another short pass. They're not going very far, very fast. Birch with the catch. 16 seconds left.
Remember, they just have to get in the field goal range. You have about 3 plays left with 16 seconds. About 3 left.
Kellogg can't afford to get sacked. Another catch. And getting out of bounds goes Birch. That stops the clock at 11 ticks remaining.
You have about 2 plays, maybe a third.
But they need to get some significant yardage. They need to get at least to the 30.
You have 2 plays left. If you're thinking 6 seconds of play, usually, you need a bigger throw here. 1st down throw, get that field goal.
Kellogg steps up, has a man, incomplete. Almost intercepted on the deflection. 4 seconds left.
And he had him.
That would have been enough to get into field goal range.
That would have been enough. It's a nice play by Ron Kellogg in the pocket. Found his man. 1st down of in field goal range. Got to make the play.
Nunwa has made huge plays today, but he can't hold on to that football.
Look for a hook and ladder. Hook and lateral. Got to get rid of it. Throw it up there.
Kellogg's throw. It's going to be tipped and caught. It's caught. It's caught. It's a touchdown, Western Cabs.
Receiver behind the tip. Keep your eye on the ball. Great job. What a play.
After the review, it stands. Pat Fitzgerald wanted Westerkamp when he came out of high school in Chicago. Didn't get him, and now the Northwestern defenders can't get him. It's a Bo Pelini Northwestern loss. It's a Nebraska loss. And the legend of Ron Kellogg starts.
It starts. You always want to form a triangle and keep your eye on the tip. Not to fly the ball, but when it comes down. And Northwestern did not have any defenders in the back far enough that allowed Westerkamp to get behind there. Wow. That's why you play to the whistle.
And Northwestern doesn't learn their lesson. A year ago against Michigan, they were defeated on a last-minute Hail Mary, and again it happens. Do you believe that Ron Kellogg has saved the day and possibly the season for Nebraska? John Jansen is in the middle of that mess. John, take it away.
Coach Pelini, tell me about that last play of the game.
You know, I mean, I saw a guy kind of flash out of nowhere at the end and make the catch. And, you know, that was a heck of a game. No, you know what? In a game like this, I thought both those teams played their tails off. There wasn't a loser in this one. I give them a lot of credit, and that's a class program.
You guys have fought all game long. How important was this victory for you this year?
I think it was huge. Every week's big. And you know what? Our guys didn't give up. They just kept playing, and they showed a lot of character.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Jordan Westerkamp's first career touchdown reception, and it comes on a Hail Mary to end the game.
They had a three-man rush, which allowed Ron to have some time to just throw it up there as far as you can. And Westerkamp snuck behind and kept his eyes on the tip.
Biggest catch in the young career of Jordan Westerkamp. He's a Chicago kid, and he takes down the team from the Chicagoland area. Nebraska, they survive. They win by a score of 27-24. Sure hope you enjoyed it as much as we did calling it. From my partners, John Jansen and Chuck Long, I'm Eric Collins. Now let's send you to Dave, Jerry, and Howard in our Chicago studio for the final drive.